Hey, what's up, y'all? Uneducated Yogi here with One Family Investing, where we learn, we invest, and we make profits, y'all. Okay? Maybe not today though. I'm gonna go over some stuff with y'all with the SOFI option, and we're gonna go over the public account, and that's it. We're gonna keep it short and simple. I want to get this in real quick because it's a good lesson to learn while you're investing. Because investing is a risk game, and the best way to lower that risk is by learning from people with experience, aka we're going through this experience together. So, but first, let's look at the public account because SoFi, something's happening with SoFi. It's so terrible. SoFi went down. It's down to $25. The gains used to say 100 and 20, 130. It's not looking good, guys. So we have that. The public account, well, the public account overall is still pretty dang good. You know, um, now y'all see mine. So you have this one. Day Mm-hmm. Okay. So I wonder what. Okay, I'm gonna look at this later. Okay. Anyways, so what's happening with the public account? I've been hearing good things about Nike. We got Genie, up there at 35. Nike up there with 33. Cloudflare 24. I gotta look more into this one. And I'm thinking about it. Up 12%. This one's looking scary, but good at the same time. And I'm saying scary because I recently went through the email of the people who recommended that one, and they're investing in a different microelectronics company. So I'm just noting that in my head, but it makes me want to get on my due diligence better. So, what to do? Okay. So, oh yeah, and the ETFs, that Destiny boy, man, oh man, we're holding on to this one long term again because there's a good chance, Starlink is in there, or SpaceX. No, Starlink is in that one. Yeah. And if they IOP, this is going to go up. So we're going to hold on to this because there's a possibility that it's still going to IOP. So that's enough with the public account. Nothing too crazy, nothing too exciting. Um, but I got some plans for that account to make it more exciting. But for here, I just got so I want to practice this principle of every time I get a check, I put a piece of it into the market, and then why are you doing this? Um, I put a piece of it into the market because I want to show y'all the power of this if you stay consistent with this. So if you get a check, a piece of it can go to the market, and then you still have a budget for whatever you have, but you might have to give up some things like these chips that I'm eating right now. I might have to give up buying so much snacks because I snack a lot. So I'm sorry about this lighting, y'all. One day I'm gonna have better lighting. I look all. I feel like. Anyways, um, so you might have to give up some stuff, like me, because I'm gonna for sure put at least $50 of my check because I get a small little check. I ain't gonna say how much it is, but it ain't much. All right, so I'm gonna just do this for now. So I'm not gonna do the percentage route. Some of y'all should do the percentage route. Some of y'all, you might want to do just a fixed number and just make sure you put that in. Make it a routine. Make it a ritual. I get my check. I cash it. I deposit it, and I put this much amount, this percentage. 20 is a good percentage. But if you can't, 10. But 20 is a good percentage. But I tell people, hey, you want to get around, to 40 because you should be so comfortable at doing this that the the ratio of win to losses, the wins are so great that the losses don't matter, and is making you're compounding your money now. So if you think about it that way, 40% is easy, because you can take profit and do something. So let's get consistent. This is one lesson I wanted to say. So I put 50 in. So my next check is in 2 weeks. I'm going to put another 50 in, and it's so on and so forth. So each check, not a month. So each check. And if you have salary, whatever, do the once a month, but a greater amount, whatever. Okay. So mine is going to be 50. Yours, you should do for what you can do. If you do 100, you should do 100. If you do 10, you should do 10. But really get in a rhythm of just get an account and put money in it. And if you don't want to invest in anything, you don't have to. I could just let this sit there for whatever. But the second thing I was going to say, I was lying about SoFi being down is bad. It's actually good because I can buy more of them, right? But it is bad for my option though, okay? So I want to show this really quick. So my poor option is down 46%, down $208. So, and I've been bragging about how good I am at picking these things, and I don't want to embarrass myself here in the near future, and it's looking scary, right? So this is the toughest part to get through for people who invest, is to come on here and to see this down 200 and $8 when you put, you know, that's almost half. You put over you put 400 and some dollars in here, right? $445. So, and it was at the end of the month. It's only October 3rd. It's like, should I take out now so I don't lose more, or you know, what I'm saying, this was the strategy to make it so far out. This is actually part of the strategy because, once you understand stocks and how they move, um, um, you understand that there's gonna be some type of pullback at some time, but you can't. Well, for me, I'm too new at trying to read charts like this in this type of way, on a consistent basis. Um, But so stocks, I mean, so I don't, I'm understanding patterns now as I'm learning. This is really me being a new beginner in option trading, and y'all seeing me how I would what I would do to try to master something or to get better at something, and whatever it might be. So the date is far out because it took in account that there could be a possible pullback. I could be wrong, like I don't know. But if I put out far enough, it should be able to fall and come back up. But again, I could be wrong for the time frame. It might need longer time frame. You know what I'm saying? But I did what was in my price range, that what I was trying to, what I had. So I think this is suitable, to be honest. But we'll see. But this is what you guys can benefit from because you're seeing this live and I'm not holding anything back. I'm showing you everything. So, by December, I'm hoping like this thing, hey, it can do whatever it wants to do. October, you got November. That's 2 months, SoFi. That's 2 months, SoFi. I don't need no. You don't need no more time than that. You know, by December, you need to come back. You need to start lifting your head up like Rocky. You know what I'm saying? Don't be taking this beating that long. So that's the idea here. So by December, we should be, back up there in nice plus percentage areas, you know, and by January it's just like no, of course, type thing. Profits up there, So that's the idea here. And if not, we can do this thing called rolling, and that's well, actually, I'm just have to just start letting my money sit in here real quick too. Well, actually, I got a lot of checks until that happens. So I'm gonna buy SoFi right now though. So the option is not looking so good, and I want y'all to go through this with me. Act like this is you going through this and let it sit in you and see how it feels. So that's why I'm sharing it. So the current price is $237, and I bought this contract for $445. So I needed to get to $33 before January. Okay. So we're at 25. Okay. So that's where we're at with that. So go through that with me. Feel my pain, my people. Feel the burden. But then we're going to come down here to SoFi. Wait for all this loading stuff. I don't appreciate that. Okay. And then we going to get buy order 51. Like, I don't go. Yeah, that's why I can't wait until I fix this. I'm sorry if y'all can hear this crunch way crazy because of this microphone. I just thought about that, but these chips is good. I'm sorry. And this is all this, I had to do something in between all this. Your market order to buy is open. Okay, done. So it's open, and then it's gonna go through. So when it's open, it doesn't mean you got the stocks yet. So when I hit the buy order, it clicks at a certain price, and if it happens to go off of that price, above that price, um, it might not buy the stocks right away. So I still have 6 stocks. So it hasn't bought them yet. The order is still open. And I refresh now because it's going to take, 10 minutes to load up. Hopefully, hopefully in 10 minutes, yeah, I didn't got it by now. You know. Okay, well, I'm going to wait. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna wait a little bit. This is how the 5 minute chart look right now. It looks devastating. Don't like boom, bam, oh my god, well, we're going down. But again, as an investor who holds this right now, we're happy because you know the buying average is in our favor right now. It's like getting SoFi on discount. So get SoFi on discount. You know, anybody out there who's not trading options, you should be happy. Don't be sad. Don't be thinking the market is crazy. Don't be, oh my gosh, I told him. Don't do none of that. You don't need to do all that. Just go ahead. You know, this is not financial advice, but I'm telling y'all what I'm doing. I just bought some more. Okay. And I think that's gonna be it. I hope this is, well, how long is this one? Okay, about 16 minutes. Not bad. All right. So I want to show y'all that. Go through this experience with me, but then see the reaction that I have, see the calm demeanor. We gotta have that in this game. But we have that in this game by understanding what we're doing. Okay. Again, like when you look at this and you look at where everything was going with all these, and y'all, if y'all go to the videos, y'all saw me draw in all of this actually. So this isn't some um I did this after, I drew all this stuff before it reacted with all the things that I put on here, and it went in those realms at the times that I was saying. So you got to know what you're doing. Every time I have little spots, it actually goes to those. So keep studying and know what you're doing, and then yeah, just have the, it's not, it's confidence. The confidence comes with doing it though. It's just the knowing part is good, so you have a foundation to go off of and to measure your skill set at, right? So you have somewhere to base it off of, right? When you have nothing, you can't sit on nothing, so it feels like so threatening because you can't sit on nothing, but the knowledge is the floor. So you got to get the floor, and then you can build from there by getting the experience in. This is when I say we're Spartans. You'll hear that from me sometimes, probably, but I'll say we're Spartans, like humans. We're Spartan Jedi's because we got superpowers, and we're strong as shit. The strongest humans was these Spartans, man, and and the 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 Spartan way is, this is training, the experience that I'm doing right now. This is me putting in my swings and getting into the ring, and so that's what this looks like to me. So I want y'all to get in that mindset, if you really want to do this seriously. But if you don't, if you're just watching this for entertainment, hey, this is gonna be entertaining because you can watch me live. If I'm wrong about this, y'all can laugh. If I'm wrong about this option, you can laugh. If I'm right about it, you have something you can actually use, and I mean you can use it whether I win or lose, but or gain or lose, whatever. So, anyways, that's it. Get your floor, put money consistently into an account, and I'm gonna show y'all how we're gonna use this later. Or again, y'all can just watch me do it and then get into it later, obviously. But okay, love and peace.